You are listening to Max Pew, an actual play RPG podcast. Max Pew follows continuous storylines that are best enjoyed from the beginning. This Extra Life content was recorded in a public venue, previously aired during the Team WV Fox Marathon stream on May 4th, 2019, and may contain spoilers for its associated work. The following content may contain mature themes and adult language. Please enjoy Part 3 of The Secrets of Cats.
And we're back with The Secrets of Cats. And we found out that there was some trouble going on Halloween. And it's not the normal type of trouble. That's easy to deal with. These are the troubles caused by a bunch of young burdens sneaking into an old abandoned mine and finding some cursed remains and disturbing them.
Feeling really upset that this happened after bedtime. I mean,
it's like they tried to trick anybody who was watching into believing they were asleep.
I had laid my burdens down at around 11 p.m.
Oh, you were very specific about that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cats sleep really deeply.
Burdens do not.
They also, hide under blankets from the noise those sugar-crazed maniacs make. So I can tell you what, Halloween night, all the cats in my house are gone. They're like corners of the basement, anywhere they can hide.
Why not?
All right. So the next morning, you were all called to the meeting place, which is where the Parliament of Cats meets. You receive basically, the word from one cat to the next as it gets passed through the neighborhood that the Parliament is meeting at the meeting place, which is, the humans call it a play park. So there's a playground there and kids would go and play. And, since it's a school day, probably young kids are there playing.
Are we envisioning Parliament like a governing body or more like the band?
This is technically a governing body, but it's if you're interested in history at all, it's like the All Thing Vikings used to have, where they just all get together and whoever's oldest and most respected holds the meeting, but everybody decides together.
Can we call that oldest and most respected one George Clinton?
No, her name is Jezebella, and she has earned her name in place, and she is...
I think what he's trying to ask is, can we wear costumes?
If you really want.
I unfortunately have to wear a costume everywhere.
Yeah, he tied it and forgot how to untie it. and cat paws are very bad with buckles.
I have to do a magic stunt before we go, though.
All right, what would you like to do?
Absorb on myself and my wee little squire.
Okay.
To keep her from getting eaten.
And you know their true names, so it's not that hard. So go ahead and just make the roll to cast it. This is a spell that, when cast, allows you to absorb damage that's done to the child.
But it also lets me rescue.
Yeah, he also has a second spell he knows that once he's cast something on this, you can basically instantly, if you make the roll, it's a hard roll,
right?
But you can instantly teleport to that
to where
side.
The silly thing has gotten to. And
Nice.
what is the roll for that?
It's just the warding skill. You're going to be creating an advantage. And that's a nice roll.
That's 4.
That's good. You have created. You now have that bond with your squire.
And I will tuck the pebble into this armor because it's got to be good for something.
Right.
I'm going to, under my breath, say my true name and bless myself with luck.
All right, go for it. Make your roll. Which spell? Or this is just the general.
This is just
naming.
my naming bless ability.
Okay. Created advantage.
Yep. Well, no, it's luck stuff. There's something specific with my Maneki Neko.
Okay. So what this is you're using naming to create a blessing of luck, and that's per just the normal use. So you're creating an advantage to give the blessed with luck exam. So you have to say what the luck is and what kind. So you sacrifice a small animal and whisper a target's name to bless or curse it, wherever it is. Targets can defend if they want to. The aspect created must be specific and last until the next sunrise or sunset. If you don't know the target's true name, it's a little weaker. They get a better bonus to defend. So you can only apply one blessing or curse, but the examples are blessed with luck in the fight against the Black Heart, or cursed with severe nausea. So it has to be very specific, the purpose of the luck you're giving. And your stunt here, you're particularly good with this. So this is like you're the lucky Chinese cat. And so when you use this, so when you do the action to create the luck, you can basically stand up and beckon your recipient with your paws to make it more potent. And that way, when the person with that luck is just whatever they do, if they succeed with style anything, they get more luck to use in addition to whatever they normally get. So it's basically making your luck extra lucky so your luck can feed itself.
Yeah. My luck can feed itself, which makes me super lucky.
And you can bank up to 3 uses of that luck.
Yeah. And it constantly goes until the next sunrise.
Right. But you can give yourself the luck.
I don't think I can use the Mananeki.
No, because you can't beckon to yourself.
Yeah.
But I just love the imagery of that. I'm the lucky cat.
You can beckon to yourself in the mirror.
Cats are vain enough.
Cats are vain enough to do that.
So go ahead and create the advantage.
All right.
And you need to say exactly, how you want to be lucky or what you want to be lucky for.
In mind controlling.
You'll need to specify which target. Something more specific, like the example it gives, it says like blessed with luck in the fight against Black Heart, which is a specific named creature.
We don't have a creature. I don't have a creature. I don't know the creature's name.
Remember how names have power?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you should just wait.
Yeah, I'll wait to do it.
Now I will allow you to keep that like lizard or cricket or whatever you found and just kill it later.
Fair enough.
All right. So let's move on to the Parliament. Everybody makes their way to the meeting place, and you hear like the squeaking of chain swings and the merry-go-rounds in the background and the giggles of little children as this very serious discussion is called to order.
Is this daytime or?
This is morning. Yes.
Ew.
You've had a nap. You're fine. You've had a sleep. So the meeting is called together by Jezebella, who has art. She is a venerable old cat who is very frail. She's like that cat that's so old that basically she's just getting smaller as her flesh just kind of shrinks down to the size of her bones, and it weighs very, very little. And she is venerable. She is the leader of the Parliament. Mostly because of the age and respect that she's earned over her. She's probably close to like 17 years at this point. I mean, she is ancient. And she is assisted by, I guess, her assistant, Sable, who is this black cat also, but he's got the white tuxedo front. And he kind of has this kind of, you're pretty sure he's just waiting because he wants her job.
Arrogance.
Yeah, he's a little arrogant. You might get a bit of a Starscream vibe from him. And they both live with the witchy old widow Haggerty, who your young Verdens tend to think that she's the witch that lives in the haunted house. So anyways, for the sake of time, because I would be thoroughly amused by going in character and being this character. Okay, you're looking at me shocked. I'll give you a little bit. Thank you, Paul, for coming. We have some serious business to attend to. Our territory has been overrun by these monstrous albino rats last night. Have you seen them?
We fought them.
They're coming from the dark place.
Yes.
The little burdens, they did it.
That's troublesome. So, the rats are coming from the dark place, you say? Yeah, Sable's like, typical.
You say they're seeking something shiny.
Interesting. Well, it does seem that they are looking for something. They are ignoring us and rooting around. You say they're looking for something shiny.
Shiny. The little burdens, those little noisy things.
She pauses for a moment, as if in deep thought, and she says, well then, I think I would charge you with tracking this down and finding the source before, well, if they don't find what they're looking for, there may be much more trouble. And given the numbers of these rats, I don't know that we could hide them if we don't stop them now. But I can only think of one being who may know about that dark place. You should go to the burnt place and speak with the burning ghost.
Have any of us ever seen this burning ghost?
No, you guys generally stay away. You, tell you what, give me actually, those of you with lore, give me a create advantage roll. Difficulty here is going to be 4, because this is a place that cats stay away from.
Wow, I actually made
Because
that.
there's a burning ghost that lives there.
I got a nothing.
So what you get? 4? 3? 4 is what we're looking for.
I'm at a 2.
All right.
0.
All right. So one of us got it. So
I actually barely made that.
you have an aspect, and a lot of the situational aspects that we've already made are going to clear away if they're no longer relevant. But you know about the burning ghost.
Wait, this one probably goes away too.
Wait,
Actually, that would fit real good
On
with her
the,
aspect.
my speech,
Yeah.
my rousing speech. Didn't need it in that last part.
Actually, no, if people had rolled poorly, that would have been very important to rescuing the kitten. All right, so you know about the burning ghost, and you have one use of that to potentially use against him. So what you know about the burning ghost is that there is this old burnt-up building, and there is a burning ghost who lives there. And the burning ghost, you know that he is... he's been dead for a very long time, and he's very, very angry. And you also know that there's a cat. She's not part of your parliament, but she lives there. Of course, she's known to be as unfriendly as the ghost is. But you know where it is, and you definitely know if you want to talk to this ghost, you need to find maybe some way to deal with his anger, or at least to talk him down.
Find his true name.
His true name you don't know.
Yeah, if we find it.
is
Mind
the
control.
cat a part of a rival group? Or
No. She's just a
outside?
loner.
But my character doesn't know any of this.
Nope.
She's asleep.
What you're talking about is nothing you can't learn once you wake up. So it's not.
It's not like she can't learn it as soon as she wakes up.
But Jezebel will go on to explain. It's like, I can tell you from my interaction in the past, the burning ghost is older than all of us. It remembers the times before my great-grandmother. It may know what happened in the dark place. Of course, great-grandparent for a cat. All right,
Isn't
but
that far back?
it is for cats.
Something happened in the 80s.
In the dark time.
In the dark time before cell phones.
Dark times
dark
before hair
ages.
mental.
All right.
So let's seek out its cat.
All right.
Stretch, meow. All right. Where are we going?
All right. So, for reference, there is a branch in this adventure. And so if you don't find the mine to start with, you have to go talk to the owl to find out where to go. And the owl is scary. Like Secret of Nim owl scary. Okay.
I will herd my squire and make sure I know where she is before we go.
She is right here because you kind of notice that every time your squire goes to wander off or do something, just with like a gesture or a cleared throat or whatever, Jezebella just does something extremely subtle, and it just causes your squire to freeze in her tracks. It's like,
I need some of that.
She's more powerful than I am.
she doesn't have to use magic to control people because she knows people.
Yeah.
All right.
This aspect about knowing something extra about the burning ghost, could that be about the cat that lives there instead?
Sure.
Well, let's just ask about the cat that lives there.
No, then I kind of, because you said the cat wasn't any nicer than the ghost
Well,
was.
that's her reputation, yes.
Okay.
I gave you that for that's what you know.
Okay.
Who is this cat?
Then I kind of want to invoke this. Is there something special that we could take to this cat to make it a little bit more receptive?
Realistically, probably not going to talk to the cat would be the happiest thing that you could do for it.
Yeah.
And that's not really an option.
Okay.
But I mean, if you would interact with her, you might find something out. You do, in kind of discussing here, Sable is like, oh, you don't even know about her. She calls herself Scarlet.
So is Sable familiar with Scarlet?
No, she is a pathetic fool. She spurns the parliament, and therefore she is not part of us.
Who's the leader of the parliament again? Sorry.
Jezebella.
And is the cat familiar with Jezebella at all?
Scarlet.
Oh, Scarlet.
It's-
Jezebella?
Yeah.
It's like, no. In my time dealing with the burning ghost, it was, I know I've changed her voice, but I like this one better. In my time dealing with the burning ghost, it happened before Jezebella moved in.
You mean
Scarlet.
Or before Scarlet moved in. God, I'm talking to myself like I'm not even here. I'm not that old yet. Maybe. Stop looking at me that way, Sable.
Sable's
Then
got
she
hungry eyes.
Then she has no burden. She
Her
uses
burden is
the
a ghost.
It's possible. It's not unheard of.
ghost.
I mean, if the ghost lets her live there, there maybe see something they get out of their relationship.
Companionship.
Well, why would two who hate companionship seek each other out?
Literally match made in heaven at that point.
Let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into.
Let's go talk to Scarlet, probably, because I don't think we want to talk to the ghost just
And
yet.
you, Sable, you could learn a little bit more about companionship yourself. Come with me. This meeting is adjourned. You can almost hear Sable screaming, "Ah, Megatron, I will get you," in the back of his head.
Well, after the old bat leaves and we're kind of talking and pacing, I was like, we could avoid all of this trouble if you would just get the shiny back from your little noisy burdens.
The Verdants probably don't have the shiny.
There wasn't anything shiny on the skeleton, was there?
The only evidence you had on the skeleton is you could tell that the bones had been moved.
The burdens probably found something shiny.
Maybe.
Your burdens took the shiny. Now the rats are angry.
Maybe.
Rats are always angry.
So do
Actually, rats
I
are
don't-
usually more hungry than angry.
Yeah.
They're not really. They don't really act out of anger. They act out of
Trying to get food.
food,
Territory.
territory, but
Women.
not really anger. Rats are actually kind of community minded amongst themselves,
Yeah.
as long as there's plenty of food.
Like ants.
You had a thought. Do you want to utter it yet?
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering what all of these rats could possibly be eating. Because really the only limiting factor to a rat population is food.
It's a good point.
That is a good point.
What are
we
they?
don't solve this problem, they're going to eat the town.
They're not natural.
More than likely. Let's
Because normal food doesn't make them that big.
First should we have him search his Trouble's room for their or whoever should we have whoever has small Troubles search the Trouble's rooms for shinies and then go see Scarlet, or
After you
just go
spent
see
through
Scarlet?
all the effort of sneaking out of the
Do
house.
you suggest, sir, that we subject our burdens to undue danger?
No, just search the rooms.
The shiny they took.
Just go in their room and search.
Let's find out what we're dealing with first.
Knickknacks.
Unless you're not allowed in your burden's room, and then, well, I have free roam of my house, so.
Yes.
I think we should find out what we're dealing with first.
There's your out of context comment for the evening.
Well, he
My
said
burden
he was
doesn't let me
he was
in the
allowed to
meat
roam his
locker.
burdens. He was allowed to roam freely. So my burden won't let me in the meat locker.
Her burden is a butcher.
Yeah.
As a
Big fat mean guy.
Well, we can wait a while to go to the ghost if you all can check your burden's rooms.
Yeah. Might as well. I'm going to take a nap while you guys do that.
Is that something,
Yeah, it's a matter. You know where home is.
right?
I mean,
Literally just a matter of searching the room.
We could have like a quick little burden room searching montage and then come back.
See if they can find any.
Music
All right.
plays over this.
well, oddly enough,
Benny Hill.
all right. So the aforementioned cats whose burdens are involved. You go home. Tell me how you're going to be searching, because we will make it easy and say all of your burdens are at either school or daycare.
I doubt ones that are small enough for daycare aren't.
Daycare can get really small if you're willing to pay enough.
Daycare can get
And every parent who's ever had to nods sagely
Fair enough.
because
Or
they
any
charge
food.
extra for diapers. Let me tell you.
We charge extra for those 6-week-old schooling burdens.
Yes. All right. So, how are you looking for shinies?
I'm going to use my, whatever it's called, the one where I can discern what humans are doing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. And I'm going to go all through that
Oh,
bedroom.
this is your shtick.
Yes, I am going to
So-
turn
so
this bedroom upside down.
She's been quiet in the corner here. Now it's time to shine again.
Investigation.
Can we not find some way to sneak her into each burden's bedroom?
Seriously.
Right.
If there's a cat or dog door?
Is it 8?
Holy crap! That's without so much as a fate point being spent. Without an invoke taken, that's just the die roll.
So she searched all the houses at once.
So
Not even a plus.
right. So all right.
So
So
the shiny's there. We're done.
No.
Okay, we got the shiny.
nope. But you do get something out of this because Sherlock Cat over here has like taken 4 random things and deduced everything. So first off is
Strings going from here.
She's unrolled her ball
so-
of yarn.
so,
It's all through the house.
Now
so-
we're all watching the strings like,
It's really hard to do that with cats. I got a picture of
Every time he
Stringer
puts the
Bell
story
over
up.
here.
I need somebody to draw this now.
It needs to be like that one meme where he's pointing at the whiteboard going.
All right, so first thing, the shiny is not here. There's nothing here that shouldn't be. But you know that your burden has has habits that they go through, comfort things that like rituals that they go through, as all kids do. And And you know that there's a place where they keep important things or new toys, or like on this shelf right by their bed where they can be there, when they wake up. Okay. And you can see that the toy that was there yesterday is no longer there, but there is nothing there now. So if they have it, it's probably with them wherever they are. So it would be small or something that would fit in a pocket. So you don't know, but you know that that precious place where they keep important things is empty. And the toy that was there yesterday isn't there anymore. So you know with a very high degree of probability that my burden has it.
We don't even have to search
And
anybody else.
you don't know what it is, but they have it. And you have 2 free invokes if that aspect of whatever it is ever comes up.
So basically, we wait till night till your burdens get home, and then you search their room.
And the other cats are going to be similarly unsuccessful in finding whatever shiny there is, but not be able to do nearly as much because just game mechanically they can't.
Yeah.
Because
Does the attention span?
4 or 3 plus 3 plus a stunt means you win.
My notice is at a 0, so yeah.
Right.
He went.
Yeah. You can't find your way back in without getting caught and
the doggy
and
door.
the door shut behind you. So you just kind of like look pathetic outside and decide to go away.
Well, that's like our cat Maury. If he doesn't come in fast enough, his head or his tail gets slammed in the door.
So I mean, we will montage this, but ultimately it will end with Lady C over here giving the dissertation as to exactly how this has been deduced in minute detail.
And the entire time that she's explaining,
You're asleep.
Jackie is dead asleep. Just
That's amazing. Okay, so what would you like to do now?
Well, gasp at her revelation.
How long until
That
the
is
birds
gas
come
worthy.
home?
Okay.
How long until they come home?
Like forever.
Do we know
Several
Like
sleeps.
maybe half a day.
So many
Do we know
sleeps.
where
maybe
they
a whole
are?
day, several sleeps.
Do we know where they are?
You have no idea. I mean,
Too far.
the big metal thing with the round rubber things that taste bad hauls them off every day. You know, the thing that when it's cold you sometimes like to sleep on?
So it's not within our local area.
You have no idea. I mean
have no idea.
cars and that sort of transportation right over your head. You have no idea. They're big and they're
Literally
scary,
right
and
over
in the
your
winter,
head.
They're warm. And every morning it eats your kids, and every evening it brings them back.
It spits it out.
Yeah,
Well, while we're waiting, we can go talk
you could try to explain
Scarlet.
that to them, but they would not get
They're
it.
still never going to get it.
We'd all be asleep.
To be honest,
yeah, you
that
all
kind of
be
that kind of
asleep
human
at that
magic,
point.
you're kind of fuzzy on yourself, but you can fake it.
That's what he'd be trying to explain, and everybody'd be asleep,
Right.
not just me.
Okay, so where to next? I mean,
Ghosts?
you could what?
Scarlet and the Ghost.
I mean, if you were really interested, you could probably use seeking magic to try to find them.
But we know where the
it-
burnt house is, don't
You
we?
do know where the burned house is.
Let's just go to the burned house. See
Okay.
if they're
The
there.
burdens will come home that later. And
We know that the big noisy things bring the burdens back later, so we'll come back later.
All right,
I don't know that.
When it's time to eat, the burdens come home.
I don't know that though.
that's
so.
actually true. Because food
And
is important.
We know when it's time to eat, so we'll come back then.
All right.
Do they have a cat and dog door at his burden's house?
Probably. Because Lady C is kind of an exotic breed.
And she gets out even if
And
they
it's kind of a large cat.
she gets out even if they try to lock the door. She's really good.
It's that cat that every now and then you see like trying to make the doorknob work and failing.
Oh no, that depends on which YouTube video you watch.
Okay. So all right. So we are now well into the part of the story where I would potentially have to ad-lib, which is my favorite part. So here we go. You are going to the burned place. The burnt place is a burnout, boarded up shell of a building. And it's very telling that the humans haven't torn it down and done anything with it yet. And it's been a long time.
There's a reason for that.
All right. So, and that's basically it. And you know that there is a cat here and a ghost that lives here. So, how are you going to approach it? And do you want to try to avoid the cat or not? Or
before we come,
So here, let me just. The scene is yours. What would you like to do with it?
well, before we get there, I want to use my notice or whatever to catch a small mole, mouse, something.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. So I'm just going to take it up and go to the edge of the burning place and drop it.
Are you leaving a gift?
Leaving a gift for Scarlet, yes.
Well, I'm not. I'm just going to drop it and then, take a few kitty steps back and just sit there.
I can disguise myself as Scarlet
Was it why?
Why?
to fool the ghosts.
You would need to see her to make it convincing.
Yeah, you'd have to know what she looks like, and we.
But I
don't
mean,
know
you
what she
could,
looks
you
like.
could try.
Let's try to find her without her finding us.
Yeah, you got.
No, we
the
want to
magic.
talk to her.
I want to use method actor.
She might be easier to get along with than the ghost.
Maybe,
Yes.
I'm going to
but the
smooth.
ghost might treat her.
That's what I want to do.
Yes, but the ghost might try to
Indifferent.
set
Yeah.
us on fire.
I want to smooth, so I'm
if
going to
he
sit there,
finds you out.
leave the gift, and sit
Okay.
there.
All right,
Praying.
so okay, I have like 4 different things going on. You guys are gonna have to decide. So currently we have the leaving a gift and talking to Scarlet. We have the we're gonna disguise ourselves plan and talk to the ghost without her.
Leave a gift, hide, and thereby we see her and do the disguise, right?
I mean, you could just talk to her.
Talking to her is probably the best course of action here.
Give it a shot.
What? Okay.
I'm going to smooth.
All right.
She might be cute.
I'm going to
have
sacrifice a
method
mouse.
Yeah, this amuses me. She has a stunt that she's not nice, but when she's pretending to be somebody else, she can pretend to be.
I pretend to be their friend.
So she's
I'm-
Siamese, right?
Yeah, well, she looks like a Siamese cat, and she's extremely greedy.
I'm going to sacrifice that cricket that I had, and I'm going to bless her with the luck to schmooze Scarlet.
Oh, that's very good. So go ahead and give me a that die roll to create an advantage. And you're gonna do the lucky cat.
Yep, the lucky cat.
Okay.
That's not great though. That's only a 2.
It's good enough.
Oh, okay.
So
Hey, you're lucky
you are
now.
now blessed with luck in schmoozing.
What are we wanting to know, Cat?
You actually just want to talk to the ghost about what happened in the mine.
But weren't we going to go to the cat?
We're gonna go to the cat to see if we can like find a way to appease the ghost so it doesn't set us on fire.
Fire is
Yes,
bad.
remember, it's called a burning ghost.
It's called a burning ghost.
Cats and fire do not get along.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'd rather
you
not
are-
have my tail
You
set on
are
fire.
so. Here's the deal. You are blessed with luck in schmoozing. You have 1 free use of this, and every time you succeed with style for any reason, you get to add another box on this, and you can bank up to 3. This is an amazing stunt.
And I've been waiting to use
Okay.
this.
You're welcome.
All right. So so you're
Hey,
you're,
I helped you catch
you're,
fish
you're
earlier. We're
following
even.
kind of protocol.
Exactly.
You're not
That's why I
getting into
blessed
her
you.
territory, and you're and you brought food. So eventually she will come out and say hello.
I'll sit on the squire so she doesn't wander off.
Actually kind
Jackie
of
settles down for a nap.
She's actually an attractive cat. She is a she takes care of herself, and she
Done my part.
is a large russet-furred tabby cat, but she does have a nasty scar over one of her eyes. So she does come out. She is just her very posture seems like she doesn't trust you all one lick, especially since there's a whole group of you. But she does come out and sit kind of like on the other side of that imaginary line that you've drawn. And she will just sit there and yes, what can I
Well, I will try to look as non-threatening as possible, and I will nose the little rat mouse closer to her.
And what will you say as you do so?
I don't know. First, I just nuzzle it to her and look at her again and see if she's going to accept it. And
She kind of looks at you curiously, and go ahead and give me that rapport, or in your case, deceive.
Deceive.
As you pretend to be friendly.
Ooh, 5.
All right. Because she is currently using her empathy to see what the hell you're about.
Yeah.
And you actually succeed with style on your defense roll.
Luck. You gain a bonus luck.
And she
Because I needed a minute.
she kind of leans down and takes the food, and she kind of pulls it over to her and walks it over and then walks back, and she says, "Well, thank you, but what is this for?"
One should never ask a favor without first delivering a favor.
That's fair, but I'm not in the business of favors. I walk alone.
This favor would not cause you to be any less alone. It is merely words that we seek.
Words are the problem.
The words aren't even with you. It is with your ghostly burden.
You are here for the ghost? No, then I'm afraid I cannot allow you.
Soon being alone is going to be your burden, for we are in great danger.
How do you mean? Are you threatening me?
No, something has been stolen from the dark place. And now we are all in danger. And it has been said that your burning burden may have the answer.
All right. So what are you trying to do here? So are you trying, because you kind of went straight to the punchline. So are you trying to make friends first, or are you trying to
Friends, scare her into, what's going to eat us, or,
So I would ask for a rapport. You're going to overcome her desire to be left the hell alone. And
well, if these rats get out, she's not going to be
and
left alone.
With your stunt, of course, you're rolling deceive instead of rapport.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, do I get to use anything about these others? Get any more pluses, or?
You can tag that one of these free uses and your blessing.
Okay.
And if you
Okay.
really wanted to, you could use that invoke on the knows about the rat, or knows about the burning ghost.
No, we'll save that one. So let's see.
Mind you, those lucks, if you use one and then you succeed with style,
then you'll
that
get it
one
back.
Yeah.
comes back. Yes.
So let's see.
Brutal. So good.
3 plus 2. This gives me 2 more? Or, okay.
So check them off as you use them.
Okay.
High cost.
But roll
Oops.
first, because you can also
Yeah, I
use
am.
them for rerolls.
Naming has
That-
a high cost.
Yeah, that's 2, so I'm definitely going to have to use that. Okay, I forgot. Do I roll 2 dice, or I just get to plus 2?
You just get +2,
Okay.
which is better than
Then-
rolling 2 dice.
Yeah,
And then your
That's-
deceive skill. So where are you at?
4,
4 total?
because I rolled
All
rolled
right.
lots of negatives.
By the way, Matt, I probably had to use
Well,
that ability to do it.
you have
So-
succeeded with style,
So you get it back.
so you get it back.
I
And
only rolled 4.
she is now concerned, and she, despite the fact that she does seem to walk alone, she also kind of seems to not mind having someone like you to talk to. So she's like, well, I accept your gift. She kind of looks around and come closer, and we will speak of what you need. What is this trouble?
We hope you enjoyed this Extra Life content. If you are interested in updates from Team WV Fox, follow us on Facebook. In addition to event updates and details, there are opportunities to win some excellent prizes. If you would like to support Max Pew and WV Fox, please visit bit.ly/maxpewpew to make a tax-deductible donation today. All donors supporting my donation efforts will be announced at the end of every Extra Life episode on Max Pew. This week, I would like to thank the White family and our anonymous donors for their donation to Team WV Fox and Cincinnati Children's Hospital. I would also like to thank Free League for donating a copy of the Alien RPG 40th Anniversary Special Edition hardcover. Please look forward to the official Team WV Fox Marathon event. Music provided by Tabletop Audio. 10-minute ambiances for games and stories. Find out more at tabletopaudio.com.